move it so you can see me. How are we all doing? Ooh. Alright, I'm going to tell you some stories tonight, but first of all, I'm going to tell you is that my mum and dad, you need to know this, they are not homophobic. Right, they're not. But for some context, right, I was with men my entire life and then I seen the light. So I'm getting married to my beautiful fiancée Steph next year. Thank you very much. And obviously my mum and dad are of a certain age, right, they can't keep up with these changing times. But I'll go back in time a wee bit to let you know how I seen the light. Right. So I met my ex-boyfriend when I was 18 and we kind of grew up together. We lived in a wee flat in Claybank. And one night, as you do, you've been gone for quite some time now. I'm not crazy. I'll let him have his piece, but he'd been gone for 57 minutes exactly. Right, again, I'm not crazy. So I burst in the room. What are you up to? What are you doing? And really quickly, he put his phone down on the bedside table, right? And I thought that was a bit suspicious. And he went, you've just been watching something? And I thought, oh fuck, what filth? What have you been up to? But in his haste, when he put the phone down, right, on the bedside table, it was screen up. And he hadn't locked it. So the closer I got, the more I approached, the more I could see of this screen. His face was pale. And he'd been gone for ages, pure silent, and I could just hear sound, but I didn't really know what. Not that I thought I would ever say this, right, but I've never wanted to see the words, big blonde needs a plumber, more in my life, because what I did read was so much worse. Right, it said, London Underground, all of the tubes. Hour-long edition. He was a fucking freak. He was a weirdo. I fucking chewed right out of that room. Ironically though, I quite enjoy tunnels now as well. So back to my not my homophobic mum and dad. Okay, they're not homophobic. My dad's just a man of a certain age that likes to comment on Nicola Sturgeon's hairdo quite a lot. Right, and my mum's my best friend, right? She's my biggest supporter. She absolutely loves my fiancé. She's all over the wedding planning. She's pure in about it. She loves it. But she likes to keep checking in to make sure that on the day we'll definitely both be in a pretty dress. You'll both be wearing dresses. So that was really awkward because I had to cancel my appointment at Slater's Menswear. I thought, fuck, that's quite awkward. But I think it was me that was freaking out. I think, it's hard to expect somebody to get used to change, to get used to something new, right? But I was like, if you love me, you'll love Steph and everything will be fine. The best thing you can do is meet him. So the big day came and I was very nervous. And I went and I phoned my mum and dad and I was like, just keep it cool, right? Keep it cool. It's the same as before. It's a man, but it's not a man, it's a woman. Right, it's the exact same as before. Everything's fine. They're like, Rebecca, you're the one that's freaking out, right? You're the one that's being weird. So I'm like, no, it's a man, but it's not a man, it's a woman. Just keep that in your brain. So we get to the restaurant, Steph's meet our mum and dad. And we get there and she's like, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm bursting for the toilet, I'm going to go. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Gives me an extra minute to go up to them, reassure them that everything's fine. I know it's a bit strange, I know it's not what you're used to, but I love her, you're going to love her. It's a man, but it's not a man, it's a woman. Right, don't embarrass me. So the moment comes, I see Steph approaching the table, and I'm like, please just be normal, be nice. What proceeds to happen is anything other than fucking normal. I say, Dad, this is Steph. Steph, this is Dad. He shakes her hand and says, you alright, son? Steph, who's like a rabbit in the headlights, shakes his hands back and goes, hiya, nice to meet you, I'll look after her. Thank you so much, you've been amazing. Please enjoy the rest of the act.